If you've been playing multiplayer to level your weapons, or you unlock a brand new weapon and just feel like it's useless with no attachments, or hey, even just get fed up with the skill-based matchmaking and just want to get levels without any annoyance, well, you've been leveling your weapons wrong the whole time. I found a new strategy and I've been doing this myself for a little bit, and most of my weapons are around level 10 or higher, with absolutely zero stress, worry, or cross-map no-scopes. And the solution to this is zombies. And I know some players may not like zombies, however, if you play one 20-minute game of zombies using this strategy, you will gain around 10 levels or even more depending on how quickly you kill the zombies, your augments, and if you use a double XP token. And 10 levels is roughly the same as playing 2 to 3 multiplayer games and doing very well in each of them. So it's safe to say you'll gain way more levels on average just playing zombies for a few minutes. And then if you really want to, you can jump back in multiplayer if that's what you like more. So quickly, let me explain how XP works in this game, in case you don't know. So gaining XP for your level will happen with anything. Of course, this is just your count level, so it's always increasing no matter what you do. However, this XP is converted or shared in some way with your weapon XP for the weapon that's in your hand when you gain that XP. Meaning anytime you see something like this on your screen, that is XP that's also being converted into some XP for the weapon you're using. So now knowing this, we can take advantage of this much easier. So let's get into how to set this up. First and easiest is just picking the weapon you'd like to level, and whatever equipment you prefer, because it doesn't really matter that much. However, I do prefer the psych grenades to get away more safely, and point turrets for even more laziness. Next, you'll want to run either the Toxic Growth, Healing Aura, or Aether Shroud field upgrades. Again, these aren't 100% required. They will make your life easier, but if you only use one upgrade and you have augments for it, or you just don't have any yet, use what you have. Also, I'll put all augments I use for both my perks and my field upgrades on screen, just in case you want to use the same ones. So when starting up a match, you'll want to go into the survival mode and not Ashes of the Damned. Survival mode is just the farm section of Ashes of the Damned. This is very similar to Farm from Black Ops 2. So it's very tight quarters, meaning zombies have much less space to spawn. Okay, so once you've loaded in, if you have them, use any double XP tokens you want. And yes, use them after you've loaded into the match or you'll just waste some time. Now, clear this generator immediately if you can. Obviously, weaker or slower firing weapons will make it take longer, so just do it in between waves if you have to. So once that's done and you have 2,000 points, which should be just after round 2, open this door and run upstairs. Stand in this corner lined up with this wall. And once you do this, standard zombies and the Ravager zombies will only come from below you. So all you have to do is just put your crosshair here and shoot when you see a zombie head. If there's Ravagers, look down, shoot, shoot the zombies. And yeah, it's pretty much that simple. You just stand here and you shoot the zombies. However, here's some more tips for you that might make it way easier and just how exactly I do it to be as efficient as possible. Firstly, be very careful of these Ravager or, the crawler type zombies, as they can just push you off the ledge, which obviously is not good. Also, the bear, the boss zombie that spawns in, will always hum from up the stairs. So make sure you're prepared for that at round 16. And what I do to make this as efficient as possible is I get to the area as fast as I can, I farm up to open the door for power, turn it on, I'll buy 2 perks depending on my weapon. So for an example, if I'm using an LMG, I'll grab Speed Cola and either Deadshot or Jug. And if I'm using an AR, I'll just grab Deadshot and Speed Cola, as I don't need to worry about getting hit during slower reloads. And after getting those 2 perks, I'll start upgrading the weapon I'm using as well as pack a punch it. What are you barking at?
Are you talking to me?
Alright, back to what I was saying. You shouldn't go any longer than round 21, or maybe 26 if you want to use the last of a token, because rounds will take much longer, and they'll just turn into a training simulator, which is not the simple Braindead XP that you want to get. If you are going later, obviously pack-a-punch your weapon a second time, upgrade it if you can, and get perks like Quick Revive for the faster health regen, Vulture Aid for more ammo, meaning you can stay longer without having to buy ammo and also saving you points in higher rounds, Wisp T, which is another really good perk that they've added in Black Ops 7, which is very good for AFK, as it'll damage any nearby enemies, which obviously it'll never leave your side because the zombies are right beside you, as well as double tap for more damage, just obviously be a little easier on the trigger, we all know that. Lastly, stamina up as well for moving faster, and also with the augments, it'll make you take less projectile damage while you're running, which is good for the bears. And speaking of them, obviously, if you feel like your main weapon that you're leveling isn't that good, just get a second weapon from the box, and make sure you pack-a-punch it at least once. Grab this sprayer from downstairs as soon as you open it, and use it on the pods outside. If you took Toxic Growth and you have it, place it on the flower for the best rewards possible. This will give you extra salvage, good equipment, and even free tier upgrades or pack-a-punches for your weapon. And the very last thing I'll mention is, and this is absolutely not necessary, however, if you want to do it faster, maybe be a little lazier, or just you have a ton of gobblegums because they transferred from Black Ops 6, then use these ones for the easiest farming. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, I've been doing this for all my weapons, and I've gotten most of them to at least level 10, or again higher, and I've gotten most of them to around level 10. So it is very effective. And again, zero worry, zero sweat, nothing like that. No skill-based matchmaking, no nothing. Now, I don't think Treyarch will change this, although there is a chance, as this is just very good. So try to take advantage of this as soon as possible. And if you've enjoyed the video or found anything helpful, make sure to drop a like and maybe even a sub if you want to see some more videos from me. But anyways, that's it. Peace out.